Good morning, boys and girls. It's Muscle Car Monday, and I'm your host. I guess I'm a host. I'm the guy in front of the camera, Joe from Ignition Diecast. And these 8 cars, all muscle cars, are from John R. So you could say this video is sponsored, brought to you by John R. And there's 4 that I already have. So and I don't think they go in the archive. I think the archive already has these, so these are all for sale. And then there's 4 I'm keeping. I had to look a couple of these up because I don't know the dates exactly. But there's this 70 Firebird, which I have every color of. The only color of this that the archive needs still is orange, the Kroger exclusive. But you can find this at ignitiondiecast.com right now. This Ford Fairlane, and I'm not going to say the year. I think it's 66. I think it's 66. If not 66, it's 68. This is from the Fast and Furious Villains series, so you'll find this in the silver label section of loose cars at ignitiondiecast.com. And I got it already, and it's not a numbered mainline, so this doesn't go in the archive, as cool as it is. There's also one of these with a little paint nick in the clearance department if you want to customize or repaint or touch up or whatever. This wagon, it's a Chevelle wagon, I think a 70. Super cool stripes. I mean, this is one of the better paint jobs on this model, this casting, in my opinion. The red one is cool too, but you know where to find that. And this was painful, but it's an AAR CUDA with the Falcon livery, but I already got it. And believe it or not, this one's already in the archive too, so it's up for saleage. So what 4 did I keep? That still works. I'm keeping this 64 Ford Galaxy. And I just showed you one of these that I acquired with like the stock car, NASCAR paint job. But this one it's the same casting, but it just has a regular old street paint job. And I'm pretty sure this is 64. Let me just double check. Yeah, custom 64 Galaxy. Super classic. And a 66 Nova. And this is from Premium series because it's got real riders and a metal base, but I'm not familiar with it. I don't know what this comes from. I'll have to look that up. But instant keeper. Any Nova that I don't have goes in the Nova box. And I have a pretty diverse selection of Novas. None of them are really like screaming for their own case. Plano boxes did incidentally come down a couple dollars at Amazon. They used to be $8, which was great, which is why I have so many of them. Then they went up to $15 for some reason. Who the hell knows why? But now they're back down for a temporary time, 13 something. So I bought one, which is a lot to pay for a diecast case, but I do like them, so I bought one. When they go back down to 8, I'll probably stock up and buy 10 or 20 of them. Here is a 67 GTO. I'm going to get murdered in the comments for getting this wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is 67 from the Stars and Stripes series. And I don't even think it says on the bottom. Most of these cars, for some reason, don't have what they are, what their year is. Wait, Oh, 76. Spirit of 76. But I'm pretty sure this is 67. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. I know you will. And then lastly, of the 4 that I'm keeping from this heavy-duty selection of cars is this 73 Firebird in purple. Don't got this one. Classic 70s paint, excellent rims, black base, black interior. It's like firing on all 8 cylinders, pun intended. Big fat tires. That's a hella keeper. So that was a bit of a brief Muscle Car Monday. I'll try to do better next week. I'm still working on the King Cuda project. 2 different toolings. The original, which are probably about 4 cars away from having them all, except for 1970. And with the second tooling, the only one I still need, which is incoming, is the Super Treasure Hunt Checkmate one. So when that one comes, I'll be sure to show you that. I'll mark that box with a red line and have them all. So that's the cars. A couple days ago, I mentioned that, I say this snide comment a lot, that I'm not a real collector, because I used to get that a lot. Like, people used to call me not a real collector, I guess, because I get facts wrong. I'm a loose collector. I guess if you collect loose, you're not real. And the thing that really pissed people off is that I would customize Super Treasure Hunts with guns or fire and stuff, and that was like beyond the pale to certain people. But the thing is, like, in my opinion, I don't care. I don't care if you consider me a collector or not. I don't even say collect, I say keep. If you notice, I'll say, oh, I'm going to keep that one, because a lot comes through Ignition Diecast, and I just keep the ones I like and sell or trade off the ones I don't. But like, if you pick up 2 leaves that you like, you're a leaf collector. If you buy Rolex watches or airplanes, you're a collector. Like, the collector gamut is very broad, and it's a title you can give yourself, and it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. But what's behind this is that when someone has an interest or an opinion, or they own something, people have a tendency to let that become their whole personality. And collecting especially, people like to wear that as a badge of honor. Like, they defend it, and it's their whole thing. And they might not have much else going on in their life. So when some clown like me comes along that like destroys cars or doesn't take the whole thing as seriously as they do, they get pretty butthurt about it. So that's where those comments come from, and that's also why I don't really care, because I collect. I mean, I have cars. I amass these things. So what's your definition of a collector? Like I said, if you pick up 2 things like a leaf or 2 rocks, you're a leaf and rock collector. So who cares? And to those people who say I'm not a real collector because I drop things sometimes, get a life.